Okay, my friends, we are back. We are finally back. Yeah, I didn't like the fact that I didn't put the description in there and that was like stuck in my head, so I couldn't even concentrate on what was happening over here. So that's important. And again, I'm sorry if you hear stuff in the background. I live on a really busy intersection. There's too much going on, too many cars passing by. Okay. Um, Guys, obviously we have a lot of activity going on right now. That was the outlook for today from the Storm Prediction Center. We do have several severe thunderstorm watches currently in effect at this time. And even as we head into tomorrow, we also have another chance of seeing some severe weather. So we're going to be going over that as well. Okay, we have a tornado threat for tomorrow. Now, the threat level is not that high, but yeah, we definitely do have that possibility as we head into tomorrow and we see storms moving towards the East Coast. All right, but obviously we have to get to business and talk about all of these severe weather that we currently have going on at this time. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and loop this so that we can see what's been going on. Guys, we even have storms all the way down here into portions of Florida with some severe thunderstorm warnings down here in the southeast in general, and even over here on the East Coast. However, obviously the biggest cluster is over here in Indiana and in places, for example, like Illinois and Ohio. So that's really where the severe threat was, focused for today, and it continues to be. So obviously, very active pattern for today. As this continues, let's make sure that we're actually live. Yes, we are. Perfect. Okay, cool. We just started the live, so that makes sense. Maybe what I can do is let's see. Huh? Hold on. I have to give me a second. I have to delete the last live stream, guys, because people are going to that instead of going to this. This is a big nana. You understand? Let's delete this. Edit. No, what the heck? Give me 1 second, guys. Just 1 segundo. Delete forever. I understand that I'm deleting this forever. There we go. But I'm not going to delete you guys from this live stream. Okay? Don't worry about it. Okay, cool. So now when I go into YouTube Studio, it should not be popping up, right? Right. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. What's going on? The Radical Squadron. Greetings, Jessica. I like that. Greetings to you as well, sir. Okay, boom. This is what's going on. This is the most active part, okay? We can quickly go over some of these warnings right now because clearly there's a lot. We even have some flash flood warnings as well. And here's what I'm going to do because there's way too many warnings on the list right now. It's too many to count, okay? And if we try to go one by one, we're gonna go crazy. Okay, so right now there are 15 severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect. Great. Not great, I'm being sarcastic. Okay, don't think that I'm trying to wish severe weather on anybody because I would never do that. Anyways, okay, we have in this little cluster right here 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. We're just going to summarize them all. If you live in places, for example, like Covington, Perrysville, Cayuga, Kingman, we are state line, which if we back up a little bit, this would be where Illinois meets Indiana. Okay, so if in Illinois you live right outside of Rossville in places, for example, like Alvin, state line, or in Indiana, not sure if state line is in Indiana or Illinois. Right now, we're just going to generally go over these because it's too much. If you live in Indiana, the following places: Cayuga, Kingman, Perryville, Covington, you are currently under a severe thunderstorm warning. And pretty much we're talking about for all of these, this is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. What the heck happened? Why did it randomly zoom in? I don't know. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts with these 1, 2, 3 severe thunderstorm warnings, because there's one on the Illinois side, one on the Indiana side. Well, actually 2 on the Indiana side. Well, 2 of them just dropped off, so don't worry about that one, I guess. So here, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Yeah, because it's 7:15. So whatever was going to expire at 7:15 is gone and it's out of here. 60 mile per hour wind gusts in the state of Indiana with this particular severe thunderstorm warning. And we're talking about hail 1.75 inches in diameter. Again, Kingman, Cayuga, Perrysville, portions of the I-74 as well. Okay. So, okay, we started there. Let's go a bit further down to the south so that way we can sweep from the west to the east. All right. Here we have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings at the same time over here. And so this one would be in Indiana, and these 2 would be in the state of Illinois. All right. And the reason why they cut them off like this is because these are different National Weather Service offices. So they have to go ahead and issue them from the separate offices, unfortunately. Okay. By the way, guys, I'm only 1 subscriber away from 2,730. If you guys could help me out with that, that would be amazing. Okay, guys. Give me 1 second. Again, we are just making sure that everything is perfect with the live stream. Okay, everything is perfect with the live stream. Perfect. All right, we've only been live for what, 6 minutes? Okay. So in Indiana, severe thunderstorm warning here for places, for example, like Sullivan, Shelburne, Farmersburg, and this is going to be in effect until 7:30 p.m. We're talking about 60 mile per hour wind gusts for you. Max hail size around 1 inch in diameter. Now over here on the Illinois side, I'm going to zoom in here, right to the south of Marshall. This is going to include Hudsonville. Both of these are for 60 mile per hour winds within these severe thunderstorm warnings. The one a bit further towards the west is going to expire at 8 p.m. The one a bit further towards the east is going to expire at 7:30 p.m. So in about 14 minutes from now. But both of them have significant hail between 1 inch to 1.5 inches, plus the 60 mile per hour winds there. Okay. So this is what we're going to have to do, guys, because this is something that's, yeah, these are all clustered together. And so it's kind of confusing. So if I try to go one by one, I'm going to go one by one with all the new ones. But right now, we're just going to do a summary of who's under a severe thunderstorm warning. By the way, you guys, nobody is under a tornado warning right now. So that's amazing. That we are happy about here. Okay. So this is in Illinois, guys. Here, for example, in Seymour, Crothersville, this is not Illinois. This is Indiana. Yeah, this is Indiana. We are talking about places, for example, like North Vernon, Crothersville, Brownstown, or right outside of that town, Seymour, under a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:45 p.m. Here we're talking about 60 mile per hour winds, and we're talking about smaller sized hail, but it's hail nonetheless. We don't want hail. Hail causes damage, right? And then a bit further towards the south and east, and so this would be Indiana, this would be Kentucky. We have another severe thunderstorm warning here that is going to expire at 7:45 p.m. 70 mile per hour wind gust. The considerable tag is on this particular severe thunderstorm warning, and this is smaller size hail. Okay, so this is for Scottsburg, Madison, and DuPont in the state of Indiana. Okay. We're going over the severe thunderstorm warnings that are currently in effect right now. So we went through these, we went through these, we went through these. Let's back it up. Okay, now we're starting to see something called special weather statements. So when we have the special weather statements, they aren't strong enough to meet the severe criteria, but nonetheless, still causing some damage here within these areas. But I do want to focus on the severe storm warnings first, and also the flash flood warnings too. So for example, and by the way, we have how many? We have 17 flash flood warnings. Okay, it's a lot of rain falling here in Indianapolis into Greenfield as well as Fortville. Until 11 p.m. we're under a flash flood warning. Okay, so several alerts over here. Now we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. So now the new ones that come out as of the time that we've been live, we'll go to those. So something just came out right now before we continue with our recap. Okay, so this is in Indiana right here. So this would be, and this one we can give a bit more context here. Severe thunderstorm warning that's going to be in effect until 7:45 p.m. Central or 8:45 p.m. Eastern. This is going to include places like Boswell, Oxford, Fowler, Earl Park, Otterbein, and also Ambia. And when it comes to this particular severe thunderstorm warning, this is for Benton County, and we're talking about 60 mile per hour wind gusts in addition to quarter size hail with this. In addition to some of the cities that I said there, I may or may not repeat some of them, but we'll go ahead and repeat them if we have to, right? It's important. Dunnington, Templeton, Wadena, Swanington, also under a severe thunderstorm warning. And now we have another severe thunderstorm warning that just came out 1 minute ago, right to the south of there. And this is going to expire at 8 p.m. I believe it's this one. There you go. So brand new severe thunderstorm warning that has just issued for Attica. This is for portions of Indiana. We're talking about Warren and Fountain counties in the state of Indiana. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts there. And we're talking about hail with the diameter of a $50. Okay, so pretty big. So that's 1.25 inches, right? 1 inch and a quarter. So this is going to include places like Williamsport. Again, this is in Indiana, right? We're not talking about Pennsylvania or whatever. Williamsport, Attica, West Lebanon, Pine Village, Tab, Rainsville, and also Pence. Okay, guys? Until 8 p.m. Let's continue here. Let me see the chat really quickly before we continue here. Hi, good to see you. I heard there's some nasty storms coming. 9, 10, 11 p.m. in Saginaw. How are you? Crazy severe day. I know, it's been a crazy severe day. I was working all day, which is why we're live right now. Late night stream, you already know. But thank you so much for joining me, PQR. You're amazing. Raffle, good evening, Jess. What a day today. It was a stormy afternoon here. Yes, very stormy. Okay. Nothing new here. Okay, so we already went over these. We went over these as well earlier. Let's see where else things are starting to pop off a little bit. Pittsburgh's starting to get into some rain. By the way, guys, over here on the East Coast, we're already starting to see some severe weather. And by the way, in portions of New York City, just honorable mention right now, no severe weather, but several flash flood alerts that stretch into this would be Manhattan and also portions of the Bronx, even into Yonkers, just portions of Westchester County. You guys are under a flash flood warning until 9:15 p.m. Paterson, New Jersey. I actually used to live there for like a year while I was in school. 8:45 p.m. Until that, guys, this is in Central Time, so do the calculation. East Coast time, 9:45 p.m. Central Time, 8:45 p.m. You know, do the conversion. But I'm going to try to remember to do it, okay? Because I've been dealing with Central Time since yesterday with all the activity that we saw with the severe weather, okay? By the way, you guys, please make sure that you subscribe if you are new here. I will love you forever. Guys, you guys are subscribing. I'm only 9 subscribers away from 2,740. I keep my, what is that called? My goal is very humble. In increments of 10, that's it. You know? Okay, let us continue here. We also have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that has now been issued 1 minute ago. 14 severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect right now. I believe it should be this one, if I'm not mistaken. There you go. This was issued at 7:22 p.m. Central, 8:22 p.m. Eastern. So this is going to be in effect until 8 p.m. Central, right? And let me show the full text here. Okay, so these people are in East Coast time, so I should probably change this up. However, I can't change this, too late now. So this is going to be in effect until 9 p.m. Eastern if you live in this portion of Indiana. This is for Vigo, Sullivan, and Knox counties in the state of Indiana to include 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and also quarter-size hail. This is going to include the following cities or towns in the state of Indiana. Vincennes. Don't make fun of me if I said that incorrectly. Sullivan, Bicknell, Fairbanks, Carlisle, Oaktown, as well as Marham and Graysville. Okay? There we go. So, and now we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see where in the... Okay, there you go. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning right here. This was issued literally right now. And these people are in Central Time. You see, this is the problem with the Central Time. So now these people under this particular severe thunderstorm warning are in Central Time, but the one right next to it is Eastern Time. What can I do? Okay, So this is correct what you see on your screen here. This was issued at 7:25 p.m. Central. 7:23 p.m. Central, so 2 minutes ago. This is going to be in effect until 8:15 p.m. Central. Tornado possible tag on it. Considerable damage possible. 70-mile-per-hour winds, okay? And we're talking about pretty large hail, 1.25 inches in diameter. And this is for Crawford County in Illinois. We're talking about, like I mentioned, the 70-mile-per-hour winds, a dollar size hail, a $half size hail. This is going to affect Robinson right around 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Another area that could be impacted is Flat Rock as well in the state of Illinois. Also, Crawford County Fish and Wildlife Area. Okay? So, brand new severe thunderstorm warnings. All right? As they continue to come out, we'll continue to look over them. Obviously, we have a lot to talk about with everything that's been going on today and what's about to happen. St. Louis, Missouri, seeing some storms moving through. Not of the severe variety, but still, look at this. Indiana especially, but even into portions of Illinois, we also have several severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect. By the way, up here too, let's move in here. We do have another, okay, here we go. That's probably the one that we're looking at. No. Okay, never mind. That wasn't it. Zoom back to this warning. Was it that one? No. All right. There's so many severe thunderstorm warnings, it's difficult to count them. It's difficult to even keep up with them. That is the issue. Okay, guys, so we have this severe thunderstorm warning over here. This is in Wisconsin, and this is until 8 p.m. Central Time for potential tornado with this. Or tornado possible, I should say. Wind gusts less than 50 miles per hour. However, the hail could be 1 inch in diameter over here. Now, this is going to include Clinton, for example, right outside of Beloit. And this includes portions of the I-43 and also the I-39. Okay. Very active. Let me show you guys really quickly some of the watches that we currently have in effect. Let's see if there's any mesoscale discussions. So that we can go over this. After you're done with everything, can you please give a forecast and radar for Saginaw? Quentin here again. Okay, I got you, PQR. Let me just show the mesoscale discussions and the severe watches, and I got you, my friend. Quentin is a 10-year-old. He wants to be a meteorologist when he grows up. And yeah, we completely support that here, you guys. So, and I was telling him, don't let anybody tell you that you can't be a meteorologist. Because when I was a kid, there was some people telling me, oh, that's not realistic. No, it's realistic. It's very realistic. You can work for the government. You can work on the news like I did. You could have your own YouTube channel that you could even start right now when you're a kid, you know? Okay, I was already subscribed, but I sent a link to my cousin with strong encouragement to sub. Thank you so much, Lady Rose CW. Where do you live again? Thank you so much, guys. And again, thank you guys for subscribing. You guys are amazing and you guys are awesome. Let's go to the severe watches really quick. Boom. Okay, so I think that what they did, it's new. There's something new. Is there something new or am I wrong? Because why is this flashing? Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Because my program is kind of slow. So we need to go to the SPC. Sometimes it takes a few minutes to show on here, but I can show you guys off the website from the SPC if need be with the watches here. Okay, let's see. Watches, boom. Okay, yeah, so this is relatively new. It's not that new, but it's 40. They issued it 43 minutes ago. Here for portions of Kentucky and to portions of southern Indiana as well. All right, we're going to go over that in just 1 second. Thank you guys for subscribing. Now I'm only 4 subscribers away from 2,740. Okay. Let's go one by one with the different severe watches that we currently have in effect right now. We'll go from the oldest to the newest. Let's zoom to this watch. So I believe it's this one. This one is going to expire at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to zoom in. This is for Indiana and portions of Illinois. Now, within this severe thunderstorm watch, which we are going to give you the info right now, with this one, we are talking about Wind gusts to 80 miles per hour likely. And we're talking about isolated, very large hail events to 2 inches in diameter possible. And we can't rule out a tornado or two. So again, this is going to expire 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. All right. So this is going to include, let's see if it gives me, no, okay, it doesn't give me that. But we can see from here. It's where we're already seeing a lot of the alerts. So this is Champaign, Terre Haute, Rockville, Robinson, right? Hoopeston in here with these severe thunderstorm warnings. Now let's go to the next severe thunderstorm warning. Excuse me. Let me see. I believe it would be, not warning, sorry, watch. Severe thunderstorm watch. So we have this severe thunderstorm watch here that expires very soon within the next 30 minutes, which is why it's cut down here. But I believe it's, yeah. Okay, no. So this is the new one. This is like weird, bro. Why does this even look like this? Okay, so I think that what's left of this one is like, what? I guess a nothing burger? And the SPC website doesn't want to load once again, which we're not surprised. We're not surprised. Well, we need it. It doesn't work. This is like, why are you even trying to... Okay, whatever. We'll go with the new severe thunderstorm watch since the old one is tripping. But over here, we've been under a severe thunderstorm. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Before we even go there, tornado warning currently in effect. Let's go there. Give me 1 second, guys. We'll come back to the watches. Give me 1 second. Let's not reproduce that. Let's come over here. Brand new tornado warning right now that has just been issued. Let's zoom to that warning. Okay, here we go. Tornado warning in Illinois with oh my God, look at this. Okay, brand new tornado warning right now. And this is going to expire at 8 p.m. Central or 9 p.m. Eastern time. What's the deal with this one? We are talking about Crawford County in the state of Illinois. Okay, again, this is going to expire at 8 p.m. Central time. We're talking about radar indicated rotation, and this could be by Robinson in the next 3 minutes around 7:35 p.m. Why are they not listing off the different cities? Maybe it's because there aren't a ton of cities over here, but okay. We are talking about Robinson. Flat Rock is also included in this in the state of Illinois. Please make sure that you go ahead and take shelter. Let's see if we can see the velocity here. We may not be able to, but we're gonna try. And for that, we need to turn on the different sites here. Right here, this is probably the closest one. Let's load it up to see. Okay, there we go. We can see the couplet in there for surely. Okay, so if we have rotation with this within this particular tornado warning, it would be up in here and moving towards the south and east. Okay, again, this is going to expire at 8 p.m. in the state of Illinois. Let me put that back up on the screen there. So it would be right to the west of Hudsonville. And this is, I'm not sure, Hudsonville, it's right on the border of Illinois and Indiana. Okay, so we are seeing some rotation up in here. And let me try to see, because this is Illinois. Let's see if we have any live cameras in this particular area. By the way, you guys, thank you so much for subscribing. Please make sure that you're going into your safe place. I'm only 4 subscribers away from 2,740. Thank you guys so much. I know I'm not like the big guys, but I can give you guys what I can't, I'm just kidding. I'm a one-man band here, but it's easier for me to see your chats and things like that. So make sure you subscribe. Get me? Why not? So this would be near there, but I don't. The bad thing about these is that they're only photos. Okay, yeah, no. Illinois is not going to have the best. But probably if we take a look at Indiana, near here, this They said Robinson, right? Okay, there we go. We do have a camera nearby. Let's see. Okay, you can kind of see here. Let me show you guys really quickly. So this is not that far. So this camera would be somewhere, let me see, somewhere over here somewhere. Barely anybody on the roads, but it doesn't look too crazy right now. But this is not far from the severe thunderstorm warning, and sorry, this is not far from the tornado warning, and we're actually under a severe thunderstorm warning under this area here. So obviously the strongest part hasn't passed by yet, or maybe it already did, but it's just hard to pinpoint with these cameras, man. But anywho, yeah, tornado warning currently in effect right now. It's the lone tornado warning that we currently have right now. Let me bring you guys back over here. Rotation right in here. Let me zoom in. So this is going towards a place, for example, like Robinson in the state of Illinois. Moving towards the south and east, and it is moving at about 39 miles per hour. So right in here, we're seeing that coupler. Let's press play on here. Yeah, we're definitely seeing something going on up in here, dude. If there is something on the ground, the likelihood is that a place, for example, like Robinson or maybe even Stoy could potentially get hit. Guys, if you are watching from here, please make sure that you are taking shelter. Please make sure that you are taking shelter at this time. You have to go to the lowest level of your home in the most interior room. The idea is to put as many walls as you can between you and the outside as this continues to move towards the south and east. And this is going at 39 miles per hour towards the south. I mean, it is going towards the south, but it's kind of slightly with a southeasterly component to it. So make sure that you are taking shelter there and also in Flat Rock as well. Now, let me see what we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, I'm going to read this off. If you happen to live in the state of New York, we're talking about portions of Dutchess County currently under a severe thunderstorm warning. Got to shout that out really quickly in case if anybody happens to be watching from there. We're talking about 60-mile-per-hour winds there, quarter-size hail. This includes Rhinebeck, Hyde Park, Pleasant Valley, Millbrook as well. But I have to stay with the tornado warning up on the screen, at least for now, because we are talking about obviously a very dangerous situation here with a tornado potentially moving towards places like Stoy and also Robinson in the state of Illinois. Okay? I'm in Lake County, Florida. Okay, cool. We're in the same state, the Sunshine State. Bobby, thank you for doing live coverage. No problem. Listen, I'm a one-man band. I'm new on the scene. Not in meteorology, but on YouTube. So I'm trying my best here, you know? Okay, let me see. Christopher says, great job, Jessica. Thank you so much. Gray Guy. Hi, y'all. What's going on, Gray Guy? Let's see if we can... Okay, so hold up. Let me make sure... I want to get a camera near here. Let's see if we can get a camera near here. Okay. Okay, that was the camera near there. Okay, cool. Let's see if there's any more action. Now, this would be in Indiana. I'm going to show you guys really quickly. This would be in Indiana. This is what it looks like. So this is a bit further towards the east of where we have our current tornado warning. So obviously, just looks like gloom and doom over here. Unfortunately, we don't have... Let's see if we can at least get a photo of this area. We might be able to. Let's see. So this would be, where would Robinson be? Robinson, Flat Rock. I found that. Okay, here we go. There is a camera, but it's not working. That's amazing. And we love that, right? Thank you guys for subscribing. Now I'm only one subscriber away from 2,740, y'all. Let's see. Why are you not working, camera? It says last update was 7 minutes ago. Do you think that this, because the camera that I'm looking at right now, I think it's inside of this tornado warning. Do you think that it was maybe knocked out? I mean, let's see. Yeah, no, it doesn't want to work. Yeah, no, it's not working. All right. I mean, hopefully nothing too crazy happened there. Or just the website is trash. Don't know. Those are the possible options. Okay. So once again, tornado warning in Illinois. Now, I'm gonna come back to this. Let me see, because there's another severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, let's zoom to this severe thunderstorm warning. Here's what I'll do. Let's take, because this is just a severe thunderstorm warning, the one that we're gonna go to now. So we'll change it up to here. Let's go to the new severe thunderstorm warning right now. We will zoom into that warning, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to expire at 8:15 p.m. So it's probably this one. There you go. So a little bit weird to see on here, but this is going to include Indiana and also Kentucky. You guys, I know it's a bit of a mess. I'm going to do the best that I can at my drawing skills. Don't make fun of me. It's this one. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just so you guys know. I'm drawing my own severe thunderstorm warning on here. You get me? Because it's difficult to see. Okay, this is for the following counties. We're talking about Jefferson County in central Indiana, Clark County in Indiana, and then the following counties in Kentucky. Oldham, Trimble, as well as Henry counties currently under a severe thunderstorm warning, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts at this time. And we're talking about places, for example, like Jeffersonville, LaGrange, Newcastle, Bedford, Clarksville, Pendleton, Charlestown, Sellersburg, Crestwood, and Owen currently under this severe thunderstorm warning until 8:15 p.m. What are we expecting with this 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts? Okay. Yeah, this is going to expire at 8:15 p.m. Central Time for you here, or 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, we're switching between the time zones here, unfortunately, which makes it a little bit more confusing than it needs to be. All right. So just make sure that you guys are, once again, are taking shelter here. Let's see if we can get, because this is near Florence, right? And we'll go back to the watches soon, but obviously I have to switch between, the tornado warning too. Okay, so this is right outside of Louisville, actually. Louisville, Kentucky. So we actually should be able to see a camera from there. Let's try to see what we can get over here with my friends in Indiana. Now, a lot of these cameras are not great. This is kind of a cool view, but it's basically showing not much yet. Let's see. Okay, yeah, because it's in a lot of those cameras are in the lighter rain. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Maybe up in here we can get something good. Let me just try to get a camera up for you guys. No. Okay, here we go. This shows at least something. It's loading. It's loading, you guys. Give me 1 second. And once again, guys, remember oh my God, guys, I just made it to 2,740 subscribers. Now I'm only 10 subscribers away from 2,750. Okay, we had the camera. It was loading. Now it went away. I don't know what happened. Okay, here we go. Look, this kind of a good camera. This camera is showing actually some flooding. So yeah, once again, you guys, severe thunderstorm warning here in portions of Kentucky, as well as Indiana here. Yeah, no, it's not working well. Okay, let me go back here because clearly this doesn't want to work. All right, let's go back to the tornado warning really quickly. Zoom to the warning. There we go. Illinois, portions of Illinois under a tornado warning until 8 p.m. Central or 9 p.m. Eastern. And this is for Crawford County in Illinois. We are talking about impacts to a place, for example, like Robinson, Flat Rock, Stoy, and yeah, those are pretty much the three areas. Let's try to see if we can get some rotation on the screen here. Scene builder, let's come back here. Here we go. Let's try to get that to load up. Alrighty, guys. So if we do happen to have a tornado on the ground here, because this is still rotation indicated by radar, it would be right in here. Okay? So probably affecting, if there's something on the ground, probably affecting Robinson and or Stoy. Okay? So the couplet is right in here. And it's moving towards the south and east. Let's see. How come this is not letting me click on the actual tornado warning? Anyways, this is going to expire at 8 p.m. like I mentioned. So if you happen to live in this area, please make sure that you are going to the lowest level of your home and trying to put as many walls as you can between you and the outside. We're talking about the most interior room that you possibly have so that you can be let's see, so that you can be in the safest possible place. Okay. So rotation right in here, moving towards the south and east. Okay, now the video wants to play over here. What the heck? Let me show you guys really quickly. No, now it froze. Jeez Louise. Okay, no, now it's back. This is my life. That was near the other severe thunderstorm warning that I just showed you guys. It took 40 years. But yeah, obviously we have some rain on the roadways here, rain on the camera, people driving slowly, it seems. Thank goodness. We don't want to see anybody, you know, hydroplaning on here with all, you know, the storm activity that's been going on in this area. All right. So that's what we have right now. Let's see. What are some of the other? Okay, so it looks like there's another severe thunderstorm warning that was issued. Because I was at 7:36. It's at 7:46. Let's show the full text. Okay, no, that is for New Mexico. We're not talking about New Mexico today. No offense, New Mexico, but, you know. Also, let me go really quickly. Excuse me, let me see. Okay, we have another severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see who that's for. Okay, we'll shout out Nebraska because there is something going on over there. Let's come over here. It's kind of, you know, related to this. So let's go ahead and zoom into that brand new warning. Zoom to warning. So this is in Nebraska. Right here, severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. It's going to be in effect until 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And this is going to include the following counties in Nebraska: Cherry, Brown, Cayapaha. We're talking about 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and also some penny-sized hail within this severe thunderstorm warning. So this is going to include Valentine, Ainsworth, Johnstown, Norden, Wood Lake, Moon Lake, Meadville as well. And we're also talking about several highways that are going to be impacted by this. The Highway 183, 20, 97, 83, and also 12 within this particular severe thunderstorm warning. Now, before I forget, we do have to go over these severe watches. And we haven't even had a chance to even look at the mesoscale discussions. So, with this being said, let's reproduce this. Let's go over here to the severe watches. Here we go. So, the severe watch that I was trying to show you guys earlier, this one, okay, this is going to include portions of Kentucky as well as Indiana. And right to the south of Ohio, but Ohio is not included in this. So here we go. There's that severe thunderstorm watch that's currently in effect. And let's bring up the info for these watches. So for whatever reason, this is not coming up. Okay, here we go. So this is going to be for, obviously we know Indiana, Kentucky. This is going to be in effect until 2 a.m. Eastern. Okay. And over here, we are talking about scattered damaging wind gusts to 70 miles per hour likely. Okay. So we're talking about, mostly we're talking about wind damage with, with this threat. The tornado threat is non-zero, but it's low, right? So, it's on the low end there. The main threat here is just going to be the gusty winds with this particular severe thunderstorm warning. Then over here, we also have this severe thunderstorm warning that's going to expire at 10 p.m. Central or 11 p.m. Eastern. And here we are talking about, not that. Let me see. How come it's not helping me bring up the correct thing? No. Here we go. With this one, we're talking about the possibility of seeing widespread damaging winds and isolated significant gusts to 80 miles per hour likely. Okay, and this is in Indiana and Illinois, to include places, for example, like Champaign, Charleston in Illinois, and in Indiana, we're talking about Sullivan and Brazil. Oh my goodness, that's an interesting name for a city. So that's in Indiana. And yeah, so again, 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts likely. Isolated very large hail events to 2 inches in diameter possible, with the possibility of a tornado or two. Now, in addition to that, we do have this wrong thing. We also have this little sliver of a severe thunderstorm warning over here that does include Kentucky, well, extreme northern Kentucky, and a sliver of Indiana. And with this particular severe thunderstorm watch, and again, these are all watches, not warnings. If I'm saying warnings, I'm sorry. This is going to include 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, isolated large hail events to 1 inch in diameter possible, and a tornado or two is possible within this area, but this is going to expire at 11 p.m. Central or midnight Eastern time. Okay. So there we have it with the watches. Let's see if we can see some of the mesoscale discussions that are currently in effect. It would be cool if you subscribe to PR Romaine, my channel. I got you, PQR. I have to leave at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. If you don't get to second, all that's all right. Give me a sec, okay? Give me a sec, because there's obviously a lot going on. Just 1 second, and then I got you. It's still 8:52 p.m. our time, Eastern time. Okay, let's go to the mesoscale discussions. Okay. Look, there's no mesoscale discussions for the most part in our area in terms of the severe potential, but there is one over here in the northeast. So that's, and by the way, this area is also going to have the chance of seeing some severe weather tomorrow. So let's check it out. So it's unlikely that they'll issue a watch for this area, but what they are talking about is the possibility of seeing winds around or over 60 miles per hour with any of the storms that we see over this area. Okay, let's see if we can turn on the radar for a second. There you go. So some of these storms could have 60-mile-per-hour winds. And let's see, has there been any severe? Yeah, there's been some severe thunderstorm warnings over here in the Northeast too. Let's go ahead and pause. Let's see. Okay, yeah, no severe thunderstorm warnings right now, except for the one up here in portions of New York, which we went over earlier. This is for Dutchess County, if I'm not mistaken. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. This is right outside of Amenia and Poughkeepsie, and right outside of where the I-87 is, actually. Okay, my friend PQR, before you got to go to bed, it's my 10-year-old future meteorologist friend. Let me do this really quickly before we start getting any more tornado warnings on the screen or severe thunderstorm warnings. We just got one, but let me get you really quick. And that way we could go ahead and show you guys the future radar. We might as well, right? So, my friend, are you still with me? Let me know, PQR. Let me know. I'm loading up the radar. And okay, there we go. We have the model time on there. All right, we're done. Let's go. Let's zoom in for my friends in Saginaw. So this would help for anybody watching from this area, period. So let's go ahead and zoom in. if you live in Michigan. My friend in Saginaw, that would be near Flint, right? Here's Saginaw. All right. If I zoom out, is it going to go away? Zoom in a little bit more. There you go. That way my friend PQR can see his city. Again, future meteorologist that we have here in the chat, y'all. Okay. Thank you guys for subscribing. Now I'm only 9 subscribers away from 2,750. Okay, cool. So around 10 p.m. Central or 11 p.m. Eastern, we will start to see storms bubble up here near Saginaw for my friend PQR. And it'll get especially kind of hectic overnight. That would be 12 a.m. Central or 1 a.m. Eastern. Then the storms will pretty much be out of your hair. So it's going to be like a quick situation, my friend. So there's no need to worry. All right. My friend PQR, that is the main time frame that we're expecting with this. So it'll be a quick sweep, and then it'll be out of your hair, and you will be fine in this area. Okay, my friend? Can't rule out, maybe it'll be on the severe end. That's a possibility just because of what we've been seeing and expecting. But okay, let's talk about, listen, my friends, let's talk about the future radar as we head into tomorrow, and then we'll go back to the severe thunderstorm warnings because I know there's a bunch. But now that we're here and we actually loaded up the model, we can move into at least tomorrow morning. And we can talk about what's to come. And actually, what I would like to do is, let's do this one so because I believe it'll go out further. Give me 1 second here and let's load up. Let's go until, what's tomorrow, the 28th? Let's go until the 28th tomorrow night. We'll go until the 29th here. We'll load this up. Give me 1 second, please. There you go. We're going to load this up. That way we have a better idea of what's to come. And let's see. K-Mac Lubber. I am in Michigan and you forecasted our weather almost perfectly. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that, my friend. Thank you so much for subbing also. PQR, hopefully you heard that. I got you right before 9 p.m. That's his bedtime. Oh, I think. I'm assuming, right? Storms are gone, not much wind baggage. Everything is okay. Okay, perfect. It's Michigan. Things have a mind of their own in their state weather-wise. That's true. Okay, cool. So this should be loaded up, I'm assuming now. Okay, so let's go into tonight and into tomorrow about, you know, when it comes to what we can expect, because that's also important to talk about, guys. Obviously, we have some activity right now. That tornado warning for Illinois should be expiring within the next 2 minutes, by the way. And I'm going to, once again, just very quickly read that off. That is for Crawford County in Illinois, and that includes Robinson and areas near there like Flat Rock as well. Moving towards the south and east in that area. Okay, so here we have the time frame. And obviously we know that into tonight, like I was showing my friend PQR, we're going to have some storms moving through over here. So this is Michigan, right? If you live in portions of New York State, western portions of New York State, portions of PA, particularly the northern half there, right around, this would be 1 a.m. Eastern, we're going to have some storms over this area, right? And starting to move through, even into Kentucky, into the overnight hours. Those storms that we're already seeing, obviously, and where we have the watch currently in effect, you guys are going to continue to get affected by this, okay? Now we move forward into time. Things are really going to ramp up over Ohio into the overnight hours with the storms moving through. This is more than likely going to wake you up, okay? And as we continue to move forward into time, let's say tomorrow morning, we'll pause right around 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Eastern. We're talking about this line of storms from western New York into PA, okay, central PA, into West Virginia, and even into Portugal. Well, basically, let's call it the Appalachian Mountains, okay? Now, we'll fast forward. This is 11 a.m. Central, or we're talking about 12 p.m. Eastern. Storms are really going to start to ramp up into here, into New York State, into PA, into Virginia, into North Carolina as well. And then they will quickly move towards the East Coast. By the nighttime, we have storms going moving towards the east over places, for example, like North Carolina, like Virginia, places like Baltimore as well. New York City also going to be dealing with that line of storms moving towards you and then moving off the coast after that. So for the most part here, we're talking about obviously very, stormy conditions and also the chance of seeing some severe weather. So for tomorrow, this is the severe threat for tomorrow. The last couple of days, that was the initial threat, and then they put it up to enhanced. And let's see. I am watching a show, PQR says. Okay. What's going on, Harley Bill? Bye. Have a good night. Have a good night, Mr. PQR. So for tomorrow, here's the severe thunderstorm outlook. It's a level 1 in the green, level yellow in the... Level yellow. Yo, I've been... That's embarrassing. Level 2 in the yellow. Out of 5 for seeing some severe weather. So this is even going to include New York City, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., basically all of Virginia, North Carolina, and even into portions of South Carolina, even Atlanta within that risk, especially towards the north. Okay. And mainly when it comes to the threat for tomorrow, we have a tornado risk there in the green, 2% risk in the brown, a 5% risk. So both of those are lower end, but we still have the possibility of seeing some tornadoes. Look at what we expect. Look at what we expected for today and what ended up happening. A disaster in some areas. So don't bring your guard down with this. If I go ahead and zoom into here, the higher chance is going to be over here in these cities. So Richmond, VA, Virginia Beach. In North Carolina, we're talking about Raleigh, Elizabeth City, Greenville, Fayetteville, as well as Jacksonville. Now, the bigger concern here is going to be the chance of seeing some strong winds, even though the tornado risk isn't super high. The bigger risk for tomorrow is going to be seeing some strong winds here, particularly here in the red, where we have a 30% chance of seeing winds over 60 miles per hour in particularly VA and North Carolina. Okay, so Virginia and North Carolina, to include Charlotte, Winston-Salem, Richmond, Roanoke, Collinsville as well. We also have the chance of seeing large hail, but that chance isn't as high as, for example, the wind risk. Over here, we're talking about hail over 1 inch in diameter. Alrighty. So that's what we're expecting for tomorrow. Now, since I started talking about that, we have had some new severe thunderstorm warnings, by the way. BRB smashing the thumbs up button, no problem. K-Mac, you're not annoying, man. Come on, K-Mac. You're not annoying at all. You're in Western Michigan, Mr. Rich. Okay, cool. Missouri here, just subscribe. Thank you so much, Harley Bill. Okay, let me see something really quick. Thank you guys for subscribing. Now I'm only 6 subscribers away from 2,750. Okay, cool. Amazing. It's already 9 o'clock my time, y'all. Okay, so let's go to some of the new warnings that we have right now. The ones that we probably didn't go over. Let's see, hold on. Because I want to make sure this one is the one in Indiana. Oh, yeah, we got to go over these. Let's see. What about this one? Did I go over this one? No. So we're going to go over that one. What about this one? Yeah, we went over that one. Okay, cool. I was trying to see where I left off so that we can continue. Let's go over the severe thunderstorm warnings very quickly. Right now, we do have 12 severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect. And this one is going to expire at 9 p.m. Central Time. and or 10 p.m. Eastern, depending on where you're watching. I believe all of Illinois is in Central Time, but I may be incorrect on that. So this is going to expire at 9 p.m. Central. We are talking about Lawrence County in Illinois. We're talking about the considerable tag on this particular severe thunderstorm warning. And this, is due to 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and ping pong size hail. We're talking about possible impacts right now in Lawrenceville. Places, for example, like Bridgeport and the Lawrenceville Vincennes, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, airport, around 8:10 p.m. Another place that may be impacted by this is St. Francisville. Again, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, ping pong size hail. Now we're going to go to the next severe thunderstorm warning. That was at 7:54, so we're going to go to the next one here. Zoom to the warning a bit further towards the north. Now, this one is in Indiana, severe thunderstorm warning here. And this is for Fountain and Warren counties in Indiana. We're talking about ping pong sized hail, ping pong ball sized hail, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This includes, like I said, Fountain and Warren counties and the following cities: Covington, Petersburg, Williamsport, again, Indiana. We're not talking about another state. Attica, West Lebanon, Hillsborough, Newton, Melot, Rainsville, Pence, and Tab. Again, this is going to be in effect until 9:45 p.m. Eastern or 8:45 p.m. Central. So that was issued at 7:55 Central. So we'll go to the next severe thunderstorm warning. There's so many severe thunderstorm warnings on this list that it just starts to get confusing here. All right, here's the next severe thunderstorm warning. Now, this is for actually Michigan. Okay, we haven't seen something in Michigan in a little while. This is for Crawford and Kalkaska counties. Hopefully I said that correctly. Please don't get offended if I don't say your county or your city correctly, because I'm trying, y'all. This is for quarter-size hail. That's going to be the main risk. We're talking about possible impacts here within the next 7 minutes. In Grayling in Michigan. And this could also impact a place, for example, like Blue Lake Township. Again, this is going to be in effect until 9:45 p.m. Eastern or 8:45 p.m. Central for you guys. Now, that was issued at 57, so we'll go to the next one, show the full text, but also let's zoom to that warning. Okay, so this is for Indiana, so I'm assuming it has to be this one here. Yes. And this is going to expire at 8:45 p.m. Central or 9:45 p.m. Eastern. This is for Sullivan and Knox counties in southwestern Indiana. We're talking about 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail, Vincennes. Again, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I have to start Googling the pronunciation of some of these cities. Monroe City, Bruceville, Decker, and Vincennes University under this particular severe thunderstorm warning. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. This is going to be in effect until 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. And we just have more and more and more severe thunderstorm warnings rolling in. Excuse me. How long have we been live for? An hour. I probably need to take a sip of water in a second. So that was at 58. Let's go to the one issued at 8 p.m. Central or 9 p.m. Eastern. So this is going to expire at 8:45 p.m. Central or 9:45 p.m. Eastern. This is going to be for the following places. This is all in Kentucky for the following counties: Woodford, Scott, Henry, Bourbon, Nicholas, Fayette, Harrison, and Franklin counties. Okay, and the following cities: Lexington. This is Lexington, Georgetown, Paris, Cynthiana, Carlisle, Highlands. A lot of the places we were seeing yesterday: Breckenridge, Midway, Millersburg, and Stamping Ground. And this is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is going to be in effect until 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, this one was issued at 8, so we're going to go to the next one now. That was issued at 8:06 Central Time, of course. Now, listen, this took me to Florida. We're not talking about Florida right now, but we'll give you a shout out, Florida. This is Panama City, a pretty populated area. That's my state. I don't live here, but this is for Washington, Walton, and Bay counties in the state of Florida. 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. This is for Panama City and the surrounding areas. Now let's go back to our area of concern, which is clearly areas towards the north. By the way, we also have several flash flood alerts currently in effect. As we head into the overnight hours, this is what we're expecting. The possibility of seeing flash flooding near the Indiana and Illinois border, but also stretching towards the northeast to include state of New York, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, with the storms and the rain that we're expecting. Okay? Let me check the chat. Give me just 1 second. Do we have any new mesoscale discussions? We do. We have a new mesoscale discussion. Now, as we know, the website for the Storm Protection Center sometimes plays with me. So while that's brand new one is loading up, this was issued 8 minutes ago. Okay, cool. It loaded. That was a miracle. Okay, cool. Let's zoom in here. Let me see the chat really quick before we talk about this. It says, Big W, Jessica, a lot of the usual channels I watch on here ain't streaming currently. Thanks for keeping us safe. No problem, Mr. JBond20. That's what I'm here for. Thank you so much. Let's see. You know, I've never been to Michigan. I have a friend that she's from there, but I've never been there. Okay, my pronunciations of Kolkaska and Vicennis are close enough. Perfect. What's going on, Beyond Weather? How's it going? Okay, there you go. Beyond Weather is telling me about the mesoscale discussion. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Let me say the information about that one. Guys, thank you guys so much for subscribing. Now I'm only 4 subscribers away from 2,750 subscribers. Okay, let's zoom in a lot here. Okay. Here's the new mesoscale discussion. So this is going to include portions of Kentucky, but mostly Indiana and parts of Illinois. Within this area, there is the chance of seeing winds between 55 to 70 miles per hour. This is brand new, fresh off the press. This came out a couple of minutes ago. And we're talking about hail near or more than 1.25 inches in diameter. Okay? So strong to severe gusts and isolated hail remain possible through dusk. They're probably not going to issue a watch for this. It's only a 20% chance that they actually issue a watch for this particular mesoscale discussion. Okay? Rocket Tufo again with the yeehaw. This man just, anytime that I'm talking about severe weather, he has to say yeehaw. Personally, I'll watch Jessica over Ryan. I didn't want to say the names, y'all. Why y'all got me over here? Yeah, I'm not trying to be messy. Thank you so much, Rich. Listen, once I have a lot more resources, we're going to beef this situation up. The live stream situation up. Trust me. That's why y'all need to subscribe. Guys, look. I try my best to keep everybody calm. That's why I like to have like a good personality on these live streams. We have fun. If I have to roast somebody in the chat because they're disrespecting me, I will do it. Okay? I don't work on the news anymore. I can be myself. Okay? And unfortunately, I'm a Latina from South Florida. This is my personality. Now, I'm going to give you the information that you want, but I don't want people to be freaked out, because what's the problem? If you freak out, you're not going to be able to act in the correct way, right? So I try my best. We gotta make these things fun. You get me? So please make sure you subscribe, because now I'm only 4 subscribers away from 2,750. Thank you so much. And by the way, don't you guys hearing my goals? I change my goals every like 10, 15 minutes. First I say, guys, I'm only 10 subscribers away from 2,740 subscribers. Then once I get there, I say, now I'm only 10 subscribers away from 2,750. Listen, I gotta make it out the hood somehow. You guys hear the sirens yesterday? This was crazy. I'm not in the hood though. Actually, I live in a relatively like okay city. It's not bad. Apparently, it's like one of the safest cities in Florida or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I let the trolls through so we can fight. Listen, I like having some of the trolls on here, but if I have to block them, I block them. It's fine. You get me? Ah, Lady Rose CW. I like that you're calm, and I like that you're based in Florida because you understand our coin flip sea breeze nonsense. Yes. Listen, I worked at a station in Miami for 2 years, and yeah, definitely sea breeze. But here's the thing. Obviously today was very active in terms of like storms and stuff like that, but um this year has been kind of dry compared to most summers for us down here. Most summers, you can predict, not even being a meteorologist, that there's going to be storms every single afternoon. Literally, I had a job that, let's say I would get there. I think it was when I was still in school, so I was only working part-time. I was working like 1 p.m. to like, I think it was 5 or something like that. It was super part-time. And they knew that once I got there, normally the time that I got there during the summer every day, there would be storms. So they were like, literally, the day would be super sunny, but then I would get to work and it would start storming. And they were like, you bring the storms every day. But it's like, it's not that I bring them every day. It's just that this is the time that this stuff pops up. What am I supposed to do? There ain't much. There ain't much I can do. Okay, guys. Why did I close the warnings list? That was not smart. Okay, either way, we don't have any new severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, guys, so we do have some flash flood warnings also in effect. So, yeah, there's several areas here that have that. For the most active area in terms of the severe weather, we are talking about 3 flash flood warnings currently in effect. If you want, we can talk about them really quickly. So Indianapolis is currently under a flash flood warning, I should say. Was I saying watch or warning? I don't know. Yesterday I was live for 6 hours, so like my brain is like still fried from that. But we're still live today. This is how we do it. It doesn't matter if my brain is fried or not. So Indianapolis, Greenfields, Fortville, Liston, or right outside of Liston, potentially. Flash flood warning until 11 p.m. Central or 12 a.m. Eastern. Over here in also in Indiana, Kempton into Anderson into Muncie, Gaston, Carmel, Cicero, until 11 p.m. Central or 12 a.m. Eastern. We are under a flash flood warning over here. And then this would be for Illinois. Flash flood warning over here until 10 p.m. Central for Paris and Marshall. Anna Garvey says, hi, everyone. What's going on? Thank you for joining the live stream. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you do. And I will be super happy. Okay. One more person subscribe. Whoever that was, you are the real MVP. And anybody that has subscribed tonight and yesterday too. Thank you guys so much. Okay, let me see. You see, I'm already starting with the yawning. I shouldn't be yawning already. We've only been live for an hour. From Ontario, Canada, what's going on? Thank you for joining. Okay. Let me see. Where's my options here? I think they updated this. Give me 1 second. They may have updated the... There you go. Okay. So we do have a new, that was issued 18 minutes ago, a new outlook for the overnight hours. So let's go ahead and check it out. Hopefully it's loaded up on my screen. But before we do that, apparently we have a new severe thunderstorm warning in Kentucky, so I'm going to go over that quickly. But they just updated the SPC outlook, so we're going to look at that in a second. Give me 1 second. But right in here, for my people in Lawrenceburg, Shelbyville, Frankfort, we have got a severe thunderstorm warning in the following counties: Spencer, Shelby, Woodford, Anderson, and Franklin counties until 10 p.m. Eastern. And this is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We're talking about Frankfort, Shelbyville, Lawrenceburg, Versailles. I don't know how you guys pronounce it over there. In Spanish, it's Versailles, but obviously we're not speaking Spanish. Simpsonville, Slickway, Montclair, Wayside, Anderson City, and Glensboro. Again, until 10 p.m. Eastern, we are under this severe thunderstorm warning due to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts in portions of the state of Kentucky. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the brand new SPC outlook for the overnight hours. There you go. So it's updated. This is what it looks like. So they've updated it to where they've taken out the East Coast from there, from the previous outlook. And here's what we're expecting. So as we head into the rest of tonight, the real bullseye is going to be down here. So let's see what else they're saying. Hold on. So still an isolated tornado threat. We're talking about a higher end wind threat, and hail isn't going to be as much of a concern into the overnight. Okay. So let me see if they're saying, okay, so this is pretty much what they're saying. Thunderstorms with severe wind gusts and hail are expected this evening across parts of the Ohio Valley. Additional storms with severe wind gusts are also expected from lower Michigan southward into Ohio. A few strong gusts will also be possible in parts of the Central Plains and also in south central Arizona. But obviously Arizona is super far away. So let's see what's the update for the tornado threat, the wind threat, and also the hail risk. So here we go. This is brand new, fresh off the press. The main area that's going to continue with the enhanced chance of seeing some severe weather is really going to be southern Indiana and portions of northern Kentucky, where we're currently seeing a lot of activity. This is going to include Louisville, Bedford in Indiana, Madison, Lexington, Fayette, and areas right to the south of Cincinnati. Here we go again with the people cooking in my building, bro. Why does it come to my apartment? I don't understand. Anyways, so that's brand new. Let's not reproduce the camera. Let's go for the tornado. So we are going to have a chance, okay? Isolated tornado chance, but it's very low. Only a 2% chance here. Only a 2% chance. But again, this is going to affect into tonight. Madison, Louisville, Elizabethtown, Berea, Vincennes, Evansville, and Mitchell. So there we go with the tornado threat. Now, the main threat is mostly going to be the wind threat. I'm going to zoom out for that. With the storms that we're going to be getting into tonight and into the overnight hours, we're mostly talking about a wind risk of seeing winds over 60 miles per hour. Thank you guys for subscribing. Now I'm only 2 subscribers away from 2,750. But over here in the red, which is that area that we just finished seeing, southern Indiana, northern Kentucky, we have a 30% chance of seeing those stronger end winds right around 60 miles per hour. But the rest of this area, a lower end risk, but definitely a possibility. So we could continue to see severe storms rolling through this area, right? And causing issues with the wind. Now, within that wind risk, we are talking about here in the black shaded area, a chance of seeing winds over 75 miles per hour. And this is going to include portions of Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky. So a lot of the same areas in the red, but even outside of there, Danville, Elizabethtown, Evansville, these areas could potentially see those winds over 75 miles per hour into tonight. As we head into the overnight and into tonight for this area with any storms that form. Now, the next thing that could potentially be an issue is hail, but it's a lower end risk. Okay. Let's see. The SIG overlay. Yeah, there's nothing there. So here we're talking about just a 5% risk of seeing hail. That's going to be on the larger side, over 1 inch in diameter. So that is the very latest. Okay. We have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see. Let me look at the chat. Hi, everyone. What's up? What's going on? Ann Garvey from Ontario, Canada. What's going on? Which areas are you doing? I mostly cover the United States, period. So it doesn't matter really where I'm going to be covering it. Oh, so you're from Albert and Saskatchewan and Manitoba, Ontario, Canada, having some storms and warnings. Yes, this is. I was seeing something. I was seeing some people on YouTube doing some storm chasing there over the weekend and things like that. Michigan, USA affects a lot of Ontario, Canada. Right. I mean, the thing about spraying the sky, guys, this is not true, but that's fine. I don't entertain this. Canada live weather on YouTube to instant weather Ontario. YouTube also live. Very well, my friend from Canada. We're gonna ignore your comment about spraying the skies. But anywho, let's see. But thank you for joining the live, my friend. Conspiracy theories. Okay, no. So there is a severe thunderstorm warning right now in Colorado. Let me show you that really quickly now that we're here. We might as well talk about it. So this is for El Paso County in eastern Colorado until 7:45 p.m. Mountain Time, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail possible, and this is going to include Truckton. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and look at the future radar. So we can talk about what we're expecting tonight, and in addition to that, I'm going to overlay what we're expecting in terms. Let's load this up. Yo, hold on. Listen, you see what I just did in the chat? Listen, if you're going to come over here talking about all this stuff and conspiracy theories, I can't do it. You understand? Sorry if you guys heard that. This is what happens when you talk about weird stuff. Get me? Next thing they know, they're going to say, listen, if you don't want to get blocked, no, you're good. You're good. At first, she was being nice, but then she started talking about this cloud seeding and all this stuff. Listen, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. You understand me? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Those are the storms that we were seeing. So look, if you want to get roasted in the chat, say something about cloud seeding. You feel me? Thank you guys for subscribing. Now I'm only 2 subscribers away from 2,750. If you want to see more people get roasted in the chat, go ahead. Listen, it's okay. The worst case scenario is, a lot of the times, it's not that it bothers me. It's just like, bruh, I don't want to be answering questions about this stuff. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes I'm okay with, like, trolling comments and stuff, but when they go too far, it's a little bit like, okay. Like the other guy the other day, he said something like, we don't care about the weather, just point the camera down. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? That's how you get blocked up in here. You feel me? Listen, I don't mess with that. I don't mess with that. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm a spicy Latina from South Florida. I don't play. I don't play. Thank you guys. By the way, got back and saw that Broski was having. No, you're good. Beyond Weather says the government doesn't control the weather. I control the weather. By the way, what does that mean? GTSY. Good to see you. Hold on, wait. Tornado warning. Give me a second. I'm over here just. Okay, we'll come back to this. Give me a sec. We have a brand new tornado warning. Let's go there now. Give me a second. Where are you? Here we go. And this is in Illinois. Okay, let's go there. Zoom to the warning. Ta-da-da, boom. Just kidding. Is it in? That's in Illinois. Yes, it is in Illinois. Okay, I was just on the wrong situation here. Okay, brand new tornado warning here in Illinois. And this is going to be in effect until 9:15 p.m. Let's put that up on the screen for you guys. I may or may not have to sneeze. Why doesn't it want to come out? I was about to sneeze. What the heck? Okay, never mind. Okay, tornado warning until 9:15 Central Time. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Bridgeport or near Lawrenceville, moving south at 25 miles per hour. And a tornado and quarter-size hail will be possible within this tornado warning. And we're talking about rotation indicated by radar. This is including a place, for example, like Lawrenceville, potentially being impacted within the next 6 minutes at 8:35 p.m. Central Time. Let's go ahead and bring up the, let's see, velocity on here. Don't change that. I don't think that the radar site that I have selected is going to show this, so we may have to zoom out. And okay. I guess you can kind of see it here, but it's not amazing. Let's see if I have a closer sight. Give me 1 sec. That might be the closest, to be honest with you. But give me 1 second. Show the site labels. So that is the closest one, isn't it? There's nothing else over here. That is the closest one. Okay, we can work with what we have. Okay, there you go. So if we have something, it'll be right in here, moving towards the south and east with this brand new tornado warning, okay? Again, so this would be for, by the way, it does have the, does it? No, okay. There you go. So brand new tornado warning for portions of Lawrence County in southeastern Illinois. Once again, potential tornado. We're seeing rotation in here with the velocity there. So tornado, quarter-size hail, possible. Lawrenceville potentially getting affected around 4 minutes from now. So please make sure that you are taking cover. If you do live in this area, go to the lowest level of your home and try to get into the most interior room. Try to put as many walls as you can between you and the outside. Okay? So it's not a confirmed tornado, but that doesn't mean that a tornado isn't happening. So that's why it's very important to get into your safe spot right away as this continues to move towards the south. All right, yeah, you can kind of see it in there. So, yeah, there you go. All right, brand new tornado warning for this area. Let's try to see if we can actually find any sort of camera near there. So this would be near Vincennes. Hopefully, again, I'm probably saying that wrong, but there we go. Let's see. Give me 1 second. So we do have a camera near there, but not exactly there. So this is a camera near there. I'll show it to you really quickly. Boom. So this is actually in, this would be Indiana, right to the east of where this particular tornado warning is right now. So for whatever reason, the Indiana cameras haven't been working that well. I'll try to pull one up, but, sorry, the Illinois ones, but the Indiana ones, are working. So that's why we're showing you in Indiana right now, close to this tornado warning right now. So once again, tornado warning in Illinois, seeing potentially some rotation right in here, moving towards the south pretty quickly. Okay. Let me see this. I'm trying to read the chat, you guys. I'm sorry. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Let me see. PQR, I officially finished my show. Have a great night to everyone. When will you make a stream again, Jessica? Listen, I'm planning on coming tomorrow. So let's see what happens. Thank you for updating. You are a great meteorologist. Thank you so much, PQR. And listen, your dream of being a meteorologist, it's 100% possible. It's a lot of math, but you can do it. All right. Guys, only 1 subscriber away. 1. And then we'll be 250 subscribers away from 3,000. That would be cool. Let me try to pull up really quickly man, this website for the Illinois traffic cams is a little bit trash, but we will try to find it. So tornado warning up on the screen. Let's see what we got. See what we got here. Vincennes. That's not even a camera. Come on, man. And further down to the south, they don't have anything. Because I have to use the government ones. That's the problem. And that camera is still not working. Okay, let's see. Because here's the problem. I think if we use the Travel Midwest ones, it's not going to work. They're going to, not that I'm big enough for them to even see my live, but if they were, they could shoot me down, you know? Illinois live cam, not really working too well. Let's see. Okay, now it seems like it's working, maybe? No. Why would it work? There's no point. All right. Oh, okay, hold on. You can see some lightning over here, and it looks like, look at this. So this is really close to where that tornado warning is. It's actually where we have a severe thunderstorm warning currently in effect, but it's super close to the tornado warning. It's right over the border. You see, so you see all the lightning. Obviously, you see the rain. That's what's happening right now. Very close to where we have this particular tornado warning. So Lawrenceville in Illinois, even St. Francisville is currently under that tornado warning at this time. And this is going to expire at 9:15 p.m. Central Time, which I believe that this area is in Central Time. So we're good there. Because we got to go back and forth between the Central and the Eastern Time. Guys, please make sure that you subscribe. I love you forever. Thank you. Guys, okay, listen. So now I have 2,750 subscribers. I'm only 250 subscribers away from 3,000 now. It may or may not be in my future, but listen, we're there. It will be in my future. I'm going to declare it. Let's see. That's not far from me. Man, be careful. Make sure that you continue watching the live stream so I can let you know if you have any warnings for your area. Make sure that you stay safe. Thanks, Beyond. Stay safe, Johnny. We'll probably see the... Beyond Weather, where are you at right now? New MD, thank you, man. Let's see. I don't know why this program doesn't have a list of the different mesoscale discussions the way it does for the warnings and the watches. But, okay, we went over that one. Let me go back. Wait, hold on. Wait. So there is a new severe thunderstorm watch. So the new MD, I think, has to do with the severe thunderstorm watch. Give me a second. Severe thunderstorm watch. Yeah. Okay. So let me show that to you guys very quickly. There you go. You see, you can see it on the screen. You see me clicking around. Anyways, but I can show that to you on here so it looks slightly better. Severe watch. Let's go to that first. So this is the new one. This was just issued now at 8 p.m. Central Time, it says. And this is going to be in effect until 1 a.m. Central. So it's this area here with the severe thunderstorm watch currently in effect. And with this particular severe thunderstorm watch, this includes Southeast Illinois, Southwest Indiana, Western Kentucky. And this, like I mentioned, so it's going to be in effect until 1 a.m. Central Time. This is for scattered damaging winds and isolated significant gusts to 75 miles per hour possible, isolated large hail events to 1.5 inches in diameter possible, and a tornado or two possible. Okay. So there we have it. There's the new, let me refresh about the, okay, now it's showing. Okay, I did show that one. So there's a new mesoscale. Let's see, because sometimes it takes this program a little while to load it up. But let's see if we can get it up on the screen, the mesoscale discussion. Yeah, you see, it's not even up yet. So that was a little, how do I turn this on? There you go. Yeah, it turned into a watch. Okay, cool. It's a watch now. So the mesoscale discussion for the same area that we, that is under the watch. I see that. The wind's gusting. Perfecto. And we already went over all the watches anyways, well, a little bit earlier, a few minutes ago. Like earlier in the hour, I should say. Paducah, Kentucky. I moved to Southern Illinois. I was wrong. Got a new MD. My app was out of date. No, you're good. Not a new MD. Yeah, that's why I was like, wait. But you're good. You're good, man. Don't worry. Keep doing what you're doing. You'll hit 3K, no problem. Thank you so much, Grifter. Might be worth your while to check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I've heard a lot of people mention that one. Rich. Thank you so much. Thank you, Beyond Weather. Okay, cool. What was I even doing before all of this? Okay, yeah, wait. We can't forget about the tornado warning because it's still in effect, unfortunately. So let's come back here. And let's go back there. There's the tornado warning. Once again. Okay, guys? So just to quickly recap right here, tornado warning, and then I was going to show you guys the future radar. But then the tornado warning came out. So that was the issue. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see it in there, but not amazing. This is for Lawrence County in Illinois until 9:15 p.m. Central Time. We are going to continue to be under a tornado warning. We're talking about rotation indicated by radar, a possible tornado, right? And a quarter-size hail and impacts to places, for example, like Lawrenceville and St. Francisville. All right, let me show you guys. Hold on, who's this? Kentucky. 8:38. We do have 2 new severe thunderstorm warnings, so we'll go to that. And we have a new flash flood warning. Okay, cool. Not that that's cool, but you know what I mean. Here we go. So brand new severe thunderstorm warning that was issued at 8:38 p.m. 8:38 p.m. Let's show the full text on this one. Or this would actually be 9:38 p.m. Eastern time. I think it's already 9:30 or 9:40 something at this point. This is going to expire at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time or 9:30 p.m. Central. But yeah, I think we're in Eastern time here. This is for the following counties in Kentucky, several counties. So listen up. Mercer, Woodford, Garrard, Anderson, Clark, Jessamine, Bourbon, Washington, Boyle, Madison, and Fayette counties in Kentucky. Until 10:30 p.m., you have this severe thunderstorm warning, and this is due to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And we're talking about impacts, for example, to the following places. We're talking about Lexington, Kentucky, Richmond, Nicholasville, Winchester, Danville, Versailles, don't know how to say it, Harrodsburg, Cardinal Hill, Cadentown, and Fayette. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Now we're going to the next severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued in the last couple of minutes, which apparently is in a completely different part of the country, and this looks like it's Arizona, so let's see. How did I know? Has nothing to do with what we're talking about over here, but we'll shout it out if you happen to be in Arizona. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail over here in Pima County for Arivaca and Arivaca Lake. So make sure that you're being very careful with this as well. Okay, now I think we have over here, let's see, before I even zoom into this. Okay, yeah, never mind. We're good. Now let's talk about the future radar. What are we expecting tonight? Why do we have a chance of seeing some severe weather into the overnight hours? Sorry, I meant to say, at what time are we expecting to see that? We're going to go over that right now. Let's go to the future radar and talk about our chances here as we head into tomorrow. So reflectivity, we will load up the next, let's call it 36 hours. Okay. Sorry, I have to like look. You guys are gonna think I'm blind. I'm like looking at the chat like this. This guy. They might have to pay the famous Jessica Fernandez to promote the app. Listen, bruh. I don't even have 3,000 subscribers, sir. How are they going to pay me? Is that a monsoon technically? I don't understand North American monsoon. Yeah, I think that's a part of monsoon season, you guys. I mean, beyond weather. I lived out there. I lived in Las Vegas. So they do have monsoon season in the summer, obviously, because of the heat, the instability. So that's the problem. So they do sometimes get severe thunderstorm warnings over there and things like that. I lived through it. I lived through it a lot of times. Look at me covering the fact that I'm yawning. Colorado. Okay, Colorado. Let's see. All right. Let's talk about the future. What is in store for our future? So first of all, why does it say 4 p.m.? I don't like that it says 4 p.m. Maybe if I pull up, this one says 4 p.m. also. What about this one? Man, let's just go with the her. Not the one that's 48 hours. Because this is like the newest, freshest off the press type of thing. So we'll be able to go until 1 p.m. tomorrow. All right. So at least we can talk about the overnight hours, right? And into tomorrow morning. Pretty much. And thank you guys for subscribing. You guys are amazing. Now I'm only 7 subscribers from 2,760. Okay. Yo, I am an ugly yawner. I have to cover my mouth. Because then you guys are going to screenshot me yawning. And it's going to be like, I don't want it to like become a meme between us. Okay. Let's talk about what we can expect. Look at the timing up here. Okay. So we will start off with 10 p.m. tonight. Obviously, we have the activity down here in southern Indiana and portions of Kentucky. Storms moving into portions of Michigan and even some storms over here in Illinois. Now, we will pause around midnight. This is what your midnight is looking like. Very active over Michigan. A few storms still over portions of Illinois, Indiana, even into portions of Ohio. And still dealing with some storms in Kentucky. As we head into, this would be 2 a.m. Central Time. Look at this swath of storms moving towards the east and into, well, towards the east, southeast, and moving into places, for example, like Ohio. Again, still dealing with some storms back here and even down here into portions of Kentucky. And look, by 4 a.m., we're talking about a huge cluster of storms basically covering the entire state of Ohio and moving towards the south and east. Even over here in New York State, I'll back up for New York State and even PA, storms are going to be rolling in and it's going to be the overnight hours. We pause on 4 a.m., you have those storms moving towards you. Now, 6 a.m., let's say you're getting up to go to work. These storms are moving into West Virginia. And they're still affecting up here in portions of the Northeast. Over here in Kentucky, over here in Ohio, strong storms moving in and moving towards the south and east. So this is pausing on 9 a.m. Virginia, by the time 6, 7 a.m. moves in, we're talking about storms moving into VA. Let's say this would be 10 a.m. Central, so 11 a.m. Eastern, moving into North Carolina, even portions of Tennessee once again after what we saw yesterday. And then quickly racing off to the east. Now, I'm going to zoom in over here a little bit because the Northeast is going to have a chance of seeing some severe weather. Oops, that's not what we wanted to do. So Pennsylvania, New York, getting into those storms. And then look, it makes us pause at 1 p.m. Central. So that's 2 p.m. Eastern. But for example, let's say you live over here in New York City. Let's say you live over here in New York City or in North Jersey or even in Connecticut. We're talking about storms starting to approach the area by tomorrow afternoon. Okay. And we can't rule out the possibility that some of those storms over here in Jersey, down into the Baltimore, the DMV area, getting into those storms as well, and potentially seeing some severe weather out of this. All right. So that's what we're expecting. But the main threat into the overnight hours, and here, let's do something. I'm going to back it up for my friends over here. Let's go with the day one. So this is brand new because obviously the Storm Prediction Center updated this for the overnight and tonight hours. I know this makes sense. For tonight and the overnight hours is what I meant to say. Okay, so let's focus on this first because this outlook that you're seeing here is going to be in effect overnight. So let's see. This is going to be valid until 12Z Tuesday, which at this point it's like 7 or 8 a.m. So we'll pause around that time on here, but I just want to give you guys an idea. Basically, where you see these storms moving over, you'll be able to see, first of all, obviously the timing, and of course, your level of severity at the same time. So potentially severe storms over Michigan as we head into tonight. By the time that we reach 4 a.m. Central Time, most of the storms are in Ohio. So Michigan, you would be out of the woods at that time. For Ohio, right now, you're not that bad. But as we head into, let's say, midnight, the storms roll in for you. And you're going to be dealing with that at least until 8 a.m. tomorrow. By then, you might have another round, but it's just going to be pretty quick as we head into so again, I'm only going until 7 or 8 a.m. So by the time that we reach that, you might be seeing another smaller round of storms by tomorrow morning within this risk. Okay? For the overnight hours. Kentucky's going to be pretty active. It's what we're already seeing. This model is showing that it's going to kind of fall apart into the overnight hours for portions of Kentucky. It's not going to be as strong, but I wouldn't, obviously we're already seeing a lot of activity right now, so I wouldn't trust that 100%. But even into the overnight hours here by tomorrow morning, marginally severe storms over West Virginia by that time. Now, let's move into tomorrow and maybe what I could do here for you guys so that we can see about what we could expect tomorrow. Maybe, nah. There you go. This looks a little bit nicer. I don't have that many options on this program, so I got to choose whatever model I can. Okay, cool. This goes out. We'll do 36 hours. We'll make it go out 36 hours. And we will see. Let's load this loop. So, you know what? Let's see what the NAM is talking about, because honestly, I don't really love... Okay, it's kind of going with the same thing, but... Why is it initializing at 4 p.m.? I don't know. Thank you for subscribing. Now I'm only 6 subscribers away from 2,760. Thank you so much. Hold on. Let me see the chat while this is loading. Hold on. I'm trying to see something really quick. This is... Okay, I like this a little bit better. It looks like kind of a mess, to be honest with you, but I like that it's... Because some of this updates in here and then some of it does not, which is not the best with the options that I have on this program at the very least. Because look, that one starts me at 4 p.m. That means that this has not been updated since then. Because if it was updated, it would only show me from that time moving forward. So let's do something. Let me instead show you over here. Let me come tropical tidbits. Maybe we can get something up here. And let me make sure I'm looking at the warnings list. Okay, nothing super crazy yet. There we go. So look, let's see what the... Okay, so there... All right, that's fine then. Man, look. We'll go with this, whatever. it's the general gist of what's more than likely going to happen. Let's load this up. All right, that's loading. So my friends, what was I going to do? I already forgot. My brain is fried. Well, let me see what my friend is. Oh, I was going to check the chat while this loads. Weather from Frankly is apart in terms of the capability when... Let me see. Yeah, I got to check out those apps to see what's going on, Rich. I got to check it out. Since this is what I have, it's kind of like this is what I use. Not for my day-to-day stuff. I just go online for that, but... Denise? Down to Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, it could go down to Tennessee tonight with some of the storms. Even last night you saw some storms. Let me see. Benjamin King Media. I am in Cleveland, Ohio, and I get nervous and super focused on weather during events like this. Hopefully nothing too bad for me. News here says after 10, less likely for severe storms. So yeah, because obviously there's less instability. So that's why the risk isn't super high, but it's still there. It's still a risk, right? Okay. What time is it? Okay. So let's go over the future radar really quickly. This is for the overnight. We're going to take let's fast forward into time a little bit. Okay. So obviously we have these storms into the overnight hours affecting Michigan and starting to move into Ohio, PA, New York. So this is pausing 1 a.m. Central or 2 a.m. Eastern time. Excuse me. Now, this is going to continue. Let's pause 4 a.m. Central, 5 a.m. Eastern. The storms are going to be over eastern portions of Ohio and even into portions of Kentucky, and definitely moving into PA, definitely moving into New York State. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central, or this would be 8 a.m. Eastern. Most of the storms have exited Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky, but they move into West Virginia, portions of Virginia as well, and especially still with the activity over here in places, for example, like PA and also New York State. Now, let's go ahead and switch this up so that we can see what we're expecting for tomorrow over here. So here's the risk for tomorrow. So yeah, we're talking about storms that are going to be moving into New York State, but the majority of New York State is going to be, or I should say New York in general, is going to be outside of the severe weather risk. It's just a small sliver of New York City that's really included in that when we talk about New York, okay? So we will move forward into time here. We're talking about severe storms here, okay? Potentially, but especially over here in Virginia and portions of North Carolina. Marginally severe over here in Pennsylvania by tomorrow morning, so that's 11 a.m. Eastern time. Let's pause. This would be 2 p.m. This is 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so a lot of storms over here in Pennsylvania potentially could be on the severe side. And then especially as we head into the nighttime hours, we will have storms heading towards the coastline. So it starts to enter, for example, New Jersey around, this would be 5 p.m. Eastern. Around that time, too, we're talking about the DMV area, so Washington, D.C., we're talking about Baltimore. And then, of course, the Carolinas and Virginia over here with that risk. Now, when the storms arrive over here, okay, I'm going backwards, I'm going forwards, we do have an isolated tornado risk over here. So I'm going to bring that up. Tornado risk over here. So in the green and also the brown, it's a low end. So green would be a 2% chance. Brown would be a 5% chance of seeing some isolated tornadoes. But yeah, as these storms move in, can't rule out, as we head into tomorrow, some of these producing some isolated tornadoes into the afternoon hours. And we might have to still watch it into the nighttime hours, like into the, like basically the early evening is what I'm saying. Okay. So yeah, even though we're going to have a lot of activity up here In most of PA and also New York, most of us are not really expecting to see the severe variety of storms like how we're expecting tonight. By the way, let's see. Show the full text for this one. Okay, no, we're not showing that right now. Okay, so I'll back up. We'll talk about, let's see. Okay, let's talk about the next few hours within this risk. This is the updated SPC risk for tonight. Updated SPC risk for tonight. What time is it now? It is 9 p.m. So let's just fast forward into 9 p.m. There we go. So obviously we know we have all this activity going on over here in, Kentucky into Indiana, right? So this is quickly, and that way you guys can see Michigan too. This is quickly going to move towards the south and east, mostly towards the south, especially down here. So as the storms move over, they could be severe in nature into the overnight hours. So Detroit getting affected around this. I don't know if you guys are I think you guys are in Central Time, right? Around 1 a.m. Central. Pittsburgh getting affected by the storms. Also into tonight. So after 11 p.m. basically. If you live, for example, in Nashville, we could see that after midnight, so 2, 3 a.m., seeing that move in. But it looks like a lot of the models are pointing towards this kind of like falling apart before then, but still. So lots of activity, but the bigger swath of storms quickly moving towards the east into the overnight. We pause at 7:50 a.m. with storms along this entire area starting to move into West Virginia and then into PA. But into the overnight, the severe threat still exists. Obviously, it's not as strong, but it is there. It is there, and that's why we need to make sure that we are weather aware. That kind of rhymed, right? Listen, sometimes we rap on this channel. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine if I started doing a weather rap. That would be crazy. Y'all would not take me serious at all. I'm already a clown, and then I'm going to be even more of a clown. That's insane. By the way, you guys, I'm only 5 subscribers away now from 2,760. Thank you so much for subscribing. Okay, cool. I kind of sounded like one of those TikTok, like, when I said that. What is it, like the TikTok, like the fake anime people or whatever? They pretend to be anime, or they pretend to be, I don't know, what is that called? I don't even know. Shout out to anime, though. Anyways, let me see what else. Let's see the what. Okay, we have the watches there. Any more mesoscale discussions? Oh, we do have some mesoscale discussions out. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. That means I need to go to sleep, because then there's less of a chance that I'll eat something. Okay. So we have a brand new mesoscale discussion up in here. In Michigan, stretching into Illinois, and even stretching into Indiana. This includes Chi-Town, or portions of it, Chicago. So they're probably not going to issue a watch for this, at all. It's a 5% chance that they issue a watch, so it's super low. But we are talking about winds that could be up to 60 miles per hour within this area, with any storms that move over this area, or hail. Oops, my light almost fell on me, and that would have been amazing. I have a light right here. It's humongous. Imagine if it... that would not have been great. And hail up to 1.25 inches in diameter with any storms that come up here. They're more than likely not going to issue a severe thunderstorm watch for this area. Now, 34 minutes ago, we did have which now shows on the actual screen, we did have this mesoscale discussion come out for winds between 55 to 70 miles per hour with any storms that move through this area. And of course, that has become a watch. So they did make this into a watch, which we can see right here. So yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3 watches in effect right now. 1, 2, I'm confused by this. Oh, because I'm backed in time. There you go. We do have 3 watches in effect right now. So this is the one that was that mesoscale discussion that just came out. Excuse me. And this is for the Kentucky area. So we're talking about southern Indiana and eastern Kentucky for wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour likely. So this is going to include Lexington, Danville, Irvine, Elizabethtown, Louisville, Salem, Madison. And this is going to be in effect until 2 a.m. Eastern time. I heard a weird noise. What do I do? I'm just kidding. I'm fine. Then we have another severe thunderstorm watch over here. Let me pull that one up very quickly. Again, if it wants to load. And this is for wind gusts around 75 miles per hour. Hail 1.5 inches in diameter. And yeah, significant gusts to 75 miles per hour possible, and isolated large hail events, and also the possibility of seeing a tornado or 2. For areas a bit further towards the north here, another severe thunderstorm watch is currently in effect. That's not the one I wanted to show now, is it? Hold on, it's loading. By the way, guys, am I lagging at all? Guys, now I'm only 4 subscribers away. 4. This is just a moving goalpost with me. This guy. Sorry, guys. I was just looking at something really quick. Okay. And of course, this is not loading, but we are talking about winds up to 80 miles per hour here in portions of Indiana and Illinois. Hail around 2 inches in diameter. Okay. And we are also talking about a website that doesn't want to load, so I can't even tell you all the information. But you get the general gist here. Severe storms that could be possible within this severe thunderstorm watch that is currently in effect at this time. And this is when I start laying back. Imagine I fall asleep here. That would be crazy. I'm not going to fall asleep on camera. Listen, I am tired because I work 8 hours a day. And then in addition to that, I drive an hour away for work. So I'm going to log off. However, please subscribe. We have a lot of fun on this channel. You get me? So please make sure that you do subscribe. I have to log off now. We've already been live for 2 hours. I gotta go because I do have to go to sleep. And then maybe tomorrow I'll be more energized. And then we might be able to go live tomorrow because as we can see, a lot of those storms are going to come in at night. So I get off like around 6 p.m. my time. So I'll be able to get home, go live, make sure that you are subscribed so that we can go ahead and talk about that. Okay, we can go live. And I can talk to you guys tomorrow. And I promise I will be more energized. I started off with good energy. Towards the end, I'm already like, because I went to sleep too late last night. You get me? Okay, my friends, I will see you tomorrow. Please make sure that you subscribe. Thank you guys for joining me once again today. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for over 1,000 views. You guys are awesome. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you again.